The family of Tyre Nichols, who died in January after being severely beaten by 5 Memphis police officers, has filed a $550 million federal lawsuit against the city of Memphis over his death. The Nichols family and their attorney spoke about the suit at a press conference earlier today.
Today, we are sending a message that in Tyre's name, in Tyre's legacy, we're going to have meaningful legislation and meaningful accountability to the point where we will not have any other individuals killed in the manner that Tyre Nichols was killed.
The 5 police officers charged with second-degree murder in Nichols' death have pleaded not guilty. The Memphis Police Department declined to comment on the lawsuit today. We're joined now by Tyre Nichols' mother, RowVaughn Wells, and civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Thank you both for being with us. And Mrs. Wells, you said in the press conference today that this lawsuit is not about the money, it's about accountability. What message do you hope it sends?
Well, what I hope it sends is that police officers think about their actions and what they're doing, and learning how to take accountability for their actions. Just like I said earlier, this is not about monetary, because there's no money in this world. There's not enough money in this world that can bring my son back. But things have to change, and hopefully this will make a change.
Ben Crump, the dollar amount of this lawsuit, $550 million. How did you arrive at that figure, and what's the intention behind it?
Certainly, Attorney Ramanucci and our legal team were intentional with $550 million in damages, what we're seeking in this landmark lawsuit, because it not only speaks to the value of the claim for how Tyre Nichols was savagely beaten to death, but it also speaks to the conduct of all these officers and the fact that they were following policies by these police oppression units that terrorize Black and brown communities. We wanted to send a message to city leadership all across America who have these jump out boys, as they're known in the Black community, that if you continue to have these unconstitutional units, if it happens in your city, then we're coming next to your city with a record-setting amount to make it financially unsustainable for them to continue to unjustly kill Black and brown people.
Mr. Crump, the suit, in reading through it, all 139 pages of it, it alleges negligence from top to bottom by the city in hiring the police chief, C.J. Davis, the lax process for hiring officers. But tell us more about what you were just talking about, this Scorpion unit, this street crime unit that was disbanded after 5 of its officers were charged with Tyre Nichols' murder.
And Geoff, as we said previously, when you saw how those officers acted so callously, as if this was just business as usual, it told you that this was a pattern. This was nothing unique to them. And then we find out that this was part of the modus operandi of the Scorpion unit, just like it was the Red Dog unit when in Atlanta, when Chief Davis was there, as Attorney Ramanucci and I articulated in the lawsuit. And so what we believe, it was foreseeable that if you have these oppression units, I mean, just flagrantly violating the constitutional rights and brutalizing certain people in the community, that somebody innocent like Tyre Nichols was going to be killed. And so this lawsuit seeks to prevent anybody else from being killed like Tyre Nichols was.
Mr. Crump, in the absence of federal police reform, are sweeping lawsuits like this one with colossal damages attached, is this a workaround to arrive at fair and just policing as you see it?
You hit the hammer right on the nail, Geoff. If the national leaders can't put politics aside for people, then we have to put the people first and find strategic ways of how we can make sure that we prevent this from ever happening again. I mean, in every city in America, practically, major city, you have these jump out units. And if we're not gonna pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act with the Tyre Nichols duty to intervene in Congress, then we gotta do everything we can on the local and state level to make it happen. We cannot wait. We can't have the blood of any more Tyre Nichols on our hands.
Mrs. Wells, it's been more than 3 months since your son's tragic death. How are you doing? How are you making it through?
Well, it's been very difficult. As I've told people, when this all happened, I was a little numb. And now everything is starting to just become real now. It's been a long 3 months. It's been a hurtful 3 months because, as I tell people, I have 3 other children that I have to stay strong for. I tell people to keep praying for me because their prayers are the ones that's keeping me and holding me up. And I just try to wake up every day and deal with it day by day. And that's all I can do, and just make sure that I continue to seek justice for my son's murder.
What do you want people to know about your boy?
That he was a fun-loving, outgoing, beautiful human being. He would give you the shirt off of his back if he felt you needed it more than he did. He loved his son. He was just a beautiful person, and this was just tragic because this shouldn't have happened to Tyre. This just shouldn't have happened to him.
RowVaughn Wells and attorney Ben Crump, I deeply appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Geoff.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.